Hey guys, welcome back to Rick the Electronics Guy. Today we have the Xbox One. We're going to do a disassembly on it, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do that for future reference for whenever you want to do any kind of modifications or whatever to your console, as some of you do. So the first thing we're going to start with is we need to start with our console. So I just picked this up last night on Black Friday. These are fairly more easier to get than the PlayStations, but we already have one of those and we decided to do a video on that. So with this, you're pretty much just going to need something flat to get in. You can also have one of these plastic tools that lifts LCD screens off of little items like, and we will need a T8 and a T10. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to have to pop this guy off right here. And once you get that off, you'll have a little slider right here. You just slide out. Now this is where the hard part comes in. And I'm going to try to move this so I can get in here and work while I can see. Is we're going to push this tab right here, and this will lift this up. But now the hard part is we have to shimmy in there. We have to do this throughout to open it up. Now, unlike some of the other guys, they left it undone for them, so they didn't have to go through all this. Once you get that last one popped, what you're gonna do, you're gonna lift this up just like this, and then over here, which I'm gonna show you, there's a little clip right here. You want to be very careful with this. Do not break this piece off. There's a little tape on there that you have to detach. Now, the easiest way to do this is to use these tabs right here and pull the whole top cover off, because you're going to have to anyways when you want to put the console back together. And there's just all these little clips that hold this on. And now I'll be able to show you what we're talking about here. So as you can see, we have some tape right here. So you gotta be very careful with this guy. Once we get him out, we're good to go. So you just want to go nice and easy with it. That way you know you're not going to break anything. I'll kind of give you a zoom in right here so you can see how it comes out. It's got a push and pop. So it comes up and lifts, and then when you need it to go back in, you'll push it in and lock it. So now we have our Wi-Fi / Bluetooth. And now we are going to take our T8 and take our network / Bluetooth card out. Now, to be honest with you, you don't need to take the wire off. Some people say yes on the bottom of this. You can. I've taken this apart already just to learn it a little bit, because it's a little bit more difficult than what the PS4 was, do with all the plastic clips and locks instead of having screws and everything else. But yeah. So then we'll just undo this clip right here. As it's laying down, you just push it in and pull this up. And then we'll unplug this from here. Now we're going to switch to our T10. And start taking our bigger screws out. Now, for you guys that haven't taken one of these apart, these have numbers C 1 through 8. And that's how you know where these long ones go. So if you take one apart and you go, hey, I got a long one and I don't know where it goes, well, they got numbers for that. Now we're going to take this front panel off after we take this top off. And we're going to unplug this. Now we got to our guts here. So the one thing I did like about this Xbox is they finally got tired of the cooling situation and went with a nice big fan. So that's one plus side that I really liked about the Xbox versus anything. For those of you guys who are going to want to change out your hard drive on your Xbox 360, there is a little trick to it. What we need to do is we need to unplug our wires. You can't just pull it out from the back here. You literally have to unscrew the hard drive from these 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the hard drive off and then take this off, because if you actually can see it, there are some rubber boots in there that hold it into the plastic, so you can't just pull out on it. So if you need to upgrade your hard drive or want to upgrade your hard drive, that's the way to do it. So now we're getting down to bare bone. Remove our Blu-ray drive. And now we are going to take our T8 again. Where did I put it? So we'll take our T8 again, and we will take the face of our Xbox off with these 3 screws in the front here. Once we got those 3, it should come right out. Kind of like the old style, still has that slide in. Still got the 3 screws. Only difference is it's the case modding that's different to get to. Pop these bad boys out. They just fall right out really easy. We'll come over here. And we'll take this T8 out. And now we should be able to take these plastic moldings off here. Still got the screws on the bottom, and we still got the X clamp style without the clamps. There might be a clamp under there. I haven't gone this far into depth yet, but we will find out. So we need to switch back to the T10. switch back to our T8. And go by the processor and fan. Alright, so this piece right here, it just pulls off on the back. There's nothing holding it in. It's just taped on with double-sided sticky tape. So now we're just going to pull the board out. And we do still have an X clamp on there, which I don't like. That was probably the worst thing they could have did, but you know why Microsoft would have did that again? Alright, so made them a lot tighter this time around too. Leave it to Microsoft and their X clamps. Still a little scaly. Looks a little better than the PlayStation's thermal paste when they first came. So now that I'm gonna clean this off, and we are going to do the same thing for our fan. Now that we got that all done and set, let that cool down for a minute. pick our remaining crap off the board up. So now, unlike what PlayStation did, PlayStation put thermal pads around, where Xbox just put a big heat sink around it all. Honestly, which way is better right now, I couldn't tell you. The only thing I do like a little bit about the Xbox is there's some copper versus the PlayStation 4 has none. So the cooling definitely should be a lot better than where it was with the 360. I'm gonna get 500 complaints from you guys that think you know what you're doing, but you don't. So basically now we're gonna take this back, and by the way, I am using Arctic Silver for those of you who want to know. I use it for everything. What we are going to do now is we're gonna put our processor fan back on. We're gonna wiggle it just a little bit. And we'll push down. We'll be good. So now while that's on there like that, we need to get this back in the case, ready to go. Front first. Turn it back around. I'll zoom out here. I'm going to realign this. We got jumpers. Take our face, lift up, push it in, and then what we'll do is we'll get our screws, and we'll need our T8 again. Now that we got all that on, we can start putting the rest back on. Take our DVD drive. Oh, actually, we have to add a few things here first. I forgot about our clips here. One more back here. This one gets screwed in with a T8. And we'll put it back in our case. And we can get our Blu-ray. Connect it back together. Plug our fan back in. And actually I gotta take it out one more time. We gotta put our piece back on. Like I said, it just sticks right on. Then we'll grab our hard drive. We'll drop that in. Once you get that back in, drop our screws down to the holes they go in. Remember, they all say C and the bottom ones say B. Alright guys, so my camera ran out of disk space. Thank God it didn't lose too much. All it did was dropping the last of the screws in, so we'll continue now from there. We'll need our T8 again. Now we're going to take our front face and get our ribbon wire. Put it up and around. And this is the part where you're gonna have to put this in first. Because if you don't put the front face in like that first, you won't get it in. Goes in, it locks. Take our little slider, push that back in. That holds the two top and bottom together. Get it all cleaned up. And we have our Xbox One disassembled and realigned. So now I'm gonna go plug this in real quick, and just so you guys know, oh, I gotta turn my TV on. That would help. And there we go. So I haven't done any initial testing on it or anything. I didn't even boot it up. I just tore it apart. So I just gave faith in it. But just so you guys know, thank you very much, YouTube, for watching. And just so you guys know that we have giveaways on rickteg.com, which is my website. We are right now currently getting ready to do an amp kit for car audio. Just want to thank my sponsors, Droppin' Hertz Car Audio, CN Graphics, and Soundworks. So you guys have a great day, YouTube.